We're going to walk through a simulation program here called the delivery of a unit of blood by a drone. We actually have gone through this in real life, also with simulation type events. So first thing we're going to show here is the simulation screen for Droneblock, and also we're using the tag-along simulation from Shemaps on Himalayas mountains medical delivery system. On the left you can see the code. It's relatively simple, except that you have to get all of the dimensions down. That's a complicated thing. And you'll see up there on the left that dimensions are in centimeters, and on the right, you're coding there in inches. That's because this program was, I presume, made in the United States, therefore uses the imperial system, but most of the scientific systems are using the centimeter system, decimal. So anyway, we'll start the program. You can look over the code while I'm starting it. You can see I have a half screen on both the simulation program and the block code. So now I'm going to switch over here and to the hamburger and bring up launch the mission, and you're going to see the mission launch there. And then we're going to make the screen bigger. You can see the code. You can follow the mission on the code. Right now we're taking off, and you've got to go quite a bit to height to go over that hospital building. And this is a simulation of the Himalayas, so you do have valleys and rivers. The hospital, you notice, was down near a river. And you'll see when we end up at the aid station, or tertiary care, whatever type of medical facility it is, you can see that it's a much higher elevation, and this is in the Himalayan mountains, so you'll have quite a variation in heights to work with, in addition to the measurements of the locations that you need. This is the location for the hospital. So now I'm going to make it full screen. And you can see the drone has changed directions now. And it's going to go forward over the hospital. And then you'll see it's going over the green area. You cannot change the speed, and underneath the drone you'll see that the payload is hanging down, so you do have problems with delivery on this type of payload. Here you're going to see all we're going to do is bring it down, and then somebody can come out and meet it and take the payload off. You can actually drop it, but then you have a drop problem, or you can land it, but then you have the payload on the bottom with a landing problem. So these are problems you have to solve depending on the type of system and the drone you're using. We have done this with the Altel Eagle 2 with the live deck and the video transmission, and we used a drop system that we designed. We actually 3D printed the device to put on the bottom to hold the sling load. We used a sling load system, which worked fine. We actually made a video of that, and we may tag the video into the end of this video here. Now you can see we did a turn, so there we have to calculate the angle. And you can see what we're doing now is following the path. So if you had problems with delivery, you might be able to just visually and manually land it on that path. The trees are there, so if it lands in the trees, it's a problem to get out of the tree and to pick up your important cargo from the trees. So here you can see we're coming up to our landing site. So we have now increased our elevation. We've gone over a pretty good sized hill or mountain. And you can see we're coming up to our aid station. And at this point, we would probably be communicating by radio to them to tell them that it's nearby and it's ready to be picked up, and so on. You can see on the left side of the screen, there's a video of what's going on. It's a forward-looking video from this system. And now we're going down, and if you follow the video, you'll see the aid station come in. And the drone goes into a hover, and somebody now can actually be following the video, and they can come out and pick up that cargo. In this case, as I said, it's a unit of blood. So the demonstration video that we did, it was a simulation or a demonstration of delivering a unit of blood from Killeen, Texas, a small city, to a rural Texas, Kempner, Texas, to a rural area where there was a barn and the patient was simulated with a broken arm and spurting blood. So, as I said, you can see it hovering at this point. Somebody could come out, and what you need to look at over on the right side there is the X coordinates, the Y coordinates, the altitude, and the yaw is 32 degrees. And I said that we follow the path to make it simple in case we have problems near the end and we missed our delivery point. So you can design your own system on how you want to deliver, either by a drop mechanism. The device that we made is actually on 3D printing site, Thingiverse. You can see the blueprint of it and the file, and the STL file can be downloaded, so you can actually use that. Then do it as a sling load. If you look at our website, Mechatex on YouTube, you'll see we have another video where we actually did a drop with a drop mechanism. You can actually make your own drop mechanism with a servo motor and 3D print the carriage for it. We've done that, but we haven't made a demonstration of it. Or as I said, you can land and so on. The one thing you have to keep in mind is when you are taking off and landing is that you have a bottom payload. So if you have something on a sling load, you can actually sling it out on the ground in a U shape for takeoff, and you can kind of land the same way, and it does buffer it somewhere from a hard drive into the ground as you're landing. So this ends this at this point, so we're going to terminate this video.